a strong believer that project managers, facility managers, innovators, leaders, anyone tasked with empowering people can surely get a lesson or two from anywhere and everywhere. So this is a lesson that I got from a coffee shop. So I sat at a coffee bar, ordered a cup of coffee, no sugar, just some milk and some cinnamon. And I looked very close to the cashier there, and I saw a tip jar, right? A jar where persons will place in their money as tip. But it wasn't written tip jar. What I saw written on the jar was, "Help me buy pastels." And immediately I picked it up and I started to chat with the coffee persons there, and with all the persons who were serving and the cashier. So I talked to them and I said, this is why did you do this? What was the reason for it? And of course they just said they came about with something that will make people laugh and also make people put the money in the jar. And you know what I did? Of course I placed some money in the jar. I left a tip. But the learnings from this, as I reflected on what occurred there, I said, it gravitated to me a simple task like that. Whereas they didn't have to put it like that. They could have simply said, tip jar. But that word itself, that line, there was a human connection. It is around Christmas time and pastel. I started to think about pastels as well, and I wanted to eat some pastels. So the learnings for me, everyone, in organizations as leaders, are we placing generic goals? Are we telling persons these generic goals that will mean nothing to us? Or are we going to be more specific our goals? And therefore, the specific goals will encourage better engagement because we can relate to it. So let's say, for example, if you're in education, and I have seen a lot of times we said training 500 students or 1,000 students. But training 1,000 students in order to make a $5 million. Okay, great. That is what your goal is. That's what you want to do, to make $5 million. However, persons in the organization, is that bringing it home for them? Is that bringing it home for them in order to engage and to actually make the $5 million that all of us can contribute to? So let's say we change up that generic goal and simply use a more specific, more humanized approach where we can say, contributing to the development of the economy of the country through education, and not education, but through knowledge, creating a knowledge-based economy. That's what you're doing. So by 2026, you can say something like that. So generic goals versus your specific goals, it makes a difference. So I reflected, this lesson came to me simply by going to this coffee shop, and I looked at the jar, the tip jar. The goal was there. They wanted money, but they reframed it in a way that captured me. Thanks again, everybody. Keep on learning, keep on growing, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. We post a video every Sunday at 7 p.m. Also, check out CaribbeanConnect.org, where you can definitely get a self-paced learning. Until we meet again,